The baby was crying again, not a sharp wail, just that tired, fussy kind of cry that pierced through Olivia's already frayed nerves. She bounced little Ella gently in her arms, whispering soothing sounds, praying the flight would take off soon. Economy was packed. Her seat was jammed between a scowling man in a suit and an older woman with headphones in. Olivia hadn't slept in 2 nights. She had just enough money for the cheapest flight from Chicago to New York. No checked bags, just a threadbare diaper bag, a pacifier, and her baby. She was on her way to attend a job interview, a lifeline she couldn't afford to miss, no family, no backup plan, just hope. As the passengers settled, a flight attendant walked down the aisle and stopped at Olivia's row. "Ma'am, excuse me, would you mind coming with me? We've had to rearrange some seating." Olivia's heart sank. I can't afford a seat upgrade." "No charge," the attendant said with a kind smile. "Just a change." She followed with Ella nestled against her shoulder and ended up being led all the way to first class. "I think you'll be more comfortable here," the attendant said. Before Olivia could protest, she was ushered into a wide leather seat beside a sharply dressed man in his late 30s, tapping away on a laptop. He glanced up, took one look at the baby, and paused. "I'm so sorry," Olivia whispered. "They moved me here. I didn't ask. It's fine," he said, then added with a tight smile, "She's got a strong pair of lungs." Olivia blushed. "I'll try to keep her quiet." The man nodded, returning to his work. Minutes passed, then hours. Ella, exhausted, finally fell asleep in Olivia's arms, and Olivia, too tired to fight it, leaned back. She didn't even realize when her head gently slumped sideways, resting against the CEO-expensive, suited shoulder. When she woke up, it wasn't to Ella crying. It was quiet, peaceful. She blinked. The baby was still asleep, cradled in strong arms that weren't hers. The man, was holding her baby, rocking her gently. Olivia sat up, flustered. "Oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to. It's okay," he said. "You both needed the rest." She hesitated. "You're holding her. She likes the rhythm," he said. "It calms them. You have kids." "I did." Silence. He gently handed Ella back to Olivia and stared out the window for a moment before speaking again. "A daughter. She passed away 3 years ago." "I'm so sorry," Olivia said softly. He looked at her for a long moment. "You remind me of my wife. She used to fly with our girl across the country for treatment. She always carried that same look in her eyes, exhausted but unbreakable." Olivia felt a sudden lump in her throat. She didn't know what to say. The rest of the flight passed quietly. The CEO didn't speak again, and she didn't press. They landed in New York. Olivia stood awkwardly, ready to disappear back into the crowd. But as she was about to walk off, the man stopped her. "You said you're here for an interview." "Yes, tomorrow morning. It's just a front desk job, but it's something." He nodded slowly, pulled a sleek business card from his pocket. "Come to this address instead." She blinked. "I don't understand." He smiled gently. "Let's just say I'm in need of someone who understands people more than spreadsheets. I don't know exactly where you'd fit yet, but something tells me I want someone like you on my team." Olivia stared at the card. Cameron Wells, founder and CEO, Wellsworth Group. She felt her knees wobble. "You're that Wells." "I'm not offering charity," he said. "I see strength, and sometimes the strongest people just need one open door." Tears welled in her eyes. She nodded, unable to speak. 6 months later, Olivia stood behind a polished reception desk in a midtown skyscraper. Now a full-time executive assistant with benefits, childcare help, and more than she ever thought possible. Ella, now chubby and smiling, had her own corner in the office daycare. And every so often, Cameron would drop by, not to check up, but to check in. Sometimes, late in the evening, they'd sit in the break room. Talk about grief, about resilience, about second chances. He never tried to replace what he'd lost, and Olivia never asked for more than what was given. But in that unlikely 30,000 feet beginning, both had found something worth holding on to. Not pity, not charity, but humanity. And sometimes that's exactly where healing begins. The end. Message: never underestimate the power of a kind gesture or the quiet strength of a tired soul. Sometimes the smallest moments lead to the biggest changes.